Okay, I'm here with Brian MacDonald, who's down in Georgia, and he helps roofers with supplements and insurance. So, Brian, tell me a little bit about yourself, just quickly. How did you get into the roofing business?
Hey, David, I'm glad you asked. How I got into the roofing industry probably about 5 years ago. I used to tell you a little story about myself and where I came from. I came from a construction background, um, going from digging ditches all the way up to
Yeah,
owning my own construction company,
cool.
hanging drywall. And then 2008, 2010, the crash hit, and I didn't know what to do. So a good friend of mine said, "Hey, Brian, I think you'd be really good at sales, selling roofs." I was like, "What is that?" I have no idea what she was talking about. So she gave me this opportunity, and I learned more about the insurance restoration industry, selling roofs, helping people after a big hailstorm or a windstorm or a hurricane comes through and just devastates a property. And I learned a lot from knocking on the door to inspecting roofs, talking to homeowners, helping them file claims, and then going through the process, working with the insurance company, writing up an exactimate estimate, supervising the jobs of the repairs or the replacement of whatever was going on at the time, and then collecting all of the money on the back end and supplementing. So I learned everything in about a 5 year period, and I enjoyed it so much. I wish I did this probably 15 years ago, but
Okay.
I fell
Yeah.
into what I'm doing now is what I love doing right now. And about a year into it, I own a company called Inspections, Estimates, Supplements. And what it is basically it's boots on the ground inspection services to where a contractor, a roofing contractor or general contractor would hire me to go out to their job anywhere in the nation. They have a number of claims that they've gotten approved from the insurance adjuster that they want to get additional items approved from the carrier before the repairs start. So I would go out to their projects and inspect the properties, find any damage that was omitted or missed that the adjuster or the contractor missed that we need to get approved from the carrier that the contractor is working with. And we'll get that approved before the repairs start. We'll also get the depreciation released. In most cases, once the contractor has signed a contract with their customer, it has been incurred. So the carrier is supposed to release all of the depreciation to the policyholder, so the contractor does not have to finance the project, the materials, the labor, and then have to wait for their money after the repairs are done. I know there are companies out there that do that, and
Hmm.
they're fine by doing that. But there's just another way that that my service provides is that a way that you don't have to wait on your money. You can get the money off the table, so to speak.
So then the roofer has less liability. They get the money up front,
Yep.
and it helps them out. Plus, you're able to help them to get n- money from the insurance company or find things through Exactimate that maybe they
Hmm.
wouldn't be able to. So maybe explain that to the roofers.
Yes, how we get the more items approved. When I come back from the projects that I've just recently inspected, I'll come back to my office here in Georgia, and then I will write up my own Exactimate estimate, the way that it really should be formatted, and include all of the different items that the adjuster has omitted because they are just pawns in this game and are only authorized to offer a certain amount of items per claim. So what I will do is get things like remove. I'll get starter strip, hip and ridge cap shingles, valley metal, the correct waste factor on the field shingles, drip edge, things like siding if it needs to be replaced or removed because the roofers have to replace the step flashing
Mm-hmm.
on certain areas of the property. Well, the insurance company will pay to have the roofing company or another company come out there to remove the siding, so that the roofer can replace, per manufacturer standards, new step flashing, and have someone put new siding back, paint that area, and the
Okay.
insurance company will pay for that. So we'll get things like that approved up front before the repairs are even started, because it gives the contractor, me, and the policyholder leverage, 100% leverage against the carrier, because the insurance carriers want to make sure in the claim process, their claim retention is what they call it, a
Mm-hmm.
high score for their policyholders. It's the most stressful time for a policyholder is during a claim, and they want to make sure that they take care of all of their policyholders with a good score. So more than likely, they will approve everything that we're looking for within reason.
Okay.
Now, we're willing to work with the insurance carriers. Now, we're not going to be able to get everything that
Okay.
we want. There is a give and take,
Mm-hmm.
but mainly we're able to get everything that the contractor needs up front before they start the repairs.
Mm-hmm. And let's say a roofer were to say, "Hey, I can do it all myself." Um, what kind of details could you give, or explain why they should outsource some of that work to you, or bring you in? Even though you're in Georgia, and let's say they're in Washington or in California or New York, what's the benefit of having you instead of them trying to do it all themselves?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, David. A lot of times I get that question, and they say, Brian, well, we have someone in-house that does our supplementing, or we outsource a supplementing company. I'll ask that contractor, well, how do you deal with um, not being able to get the adjuster to approve your claims at a timely manner? Because some contractors will get their supplements approved anywhere from 1 month after the repairs are done, all the way out to 12 months. That's a
Oh,
long time to wait on your money.
yep.
And I'll also ask them, well, how do you deal with, let's say you sent a supplement in for approval to the adjuster that is no longer in the area, working in the area, so you have to wait until he gets the time to work on your file again. Let's say a round number of $10,000. How do you deal with if the adjuster only agrees to pay $5,000? What do you
Mm-hmm.
do then? Are you going to go the route of a PA? Are you going to hire a public adjuster? Are you going to go to appraisal? Are you going to hire an attorney?
Mm-hmm.
Is the claim worth it enough to where you pay for all of these extra outsourcing, to where once they take their fee,
Mm-hmm.
are you, the contractor, still going to make a profit? And are you willing to wait that amount of time to get what you want? So my benefit of mine is that I can get you the same amount of increase, if not more, anywhere between 40% to 200%. Just depends, varies on each claim. It depends on the
Mm-hmm.
carrier and the situation, and what damage has been occurred. And
40 to 200%. That includes as an addition to the. Maybe
yes,
explain that a little bit more. Uh-huh.
as in addition to the initial uh, RCV amount, replacement cost value. So once the
Okay.
adjuster comes out to your particular claim, that contractor's claim, the adjuster will approve for a full replacement of, let's say, the roof, and he writes an Xactimate estimate offer to the policyholder and the contractor to do the work for $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
Nice round number. Now, we all know that a lot of contractors can't get that work done the right way and make a profit at the same time. So what they're missing is additional items that they're either omitted or the adjuster is not authorized to approve. So what I'll do is I'll come in and write an estimate where it should be before the repairs for, let's say, $25,000.
Wow.
And we will work with the inside adjuster and come to an agreement of $22,000. So
Mm-hmm.
that's an increase of $12,000.
And,
Um,
oh, and I just because explain quickly why it's so important to get that up front. I saw in one of your videos before where if you don't do it up front, the contractor would may not be able to get paid, or you want to explain that?
that that is correct. In most cases, if the contractor or the policyholder does not get prior approval for any work or items that are not included in the initial exactimate estimate from
Mm-hmm.
the insurance company, and you do that additional work without getting prior approval, there is no guarantee that a contractor will get that money that they're asking for in a supplement after they do the work,
I see.
unless they hire a public adjuster or an attorney or go to appraisal.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned before you go all over the country. Can you just name a couple of cities you've been to, or where you'll go?
Um, I've been to Colorado. I've
Okay.
been out to
Good state, by the
Arizona.
way. I'm from there. Yep.
Yes. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
very nice state. It's still cold out there.
Yep. We had snow the other day, although it's warming up. But okay.
And I've been out to El Paso, Texas.
Okay. So you'll go anywhere to help out roofers.
Hmm.
Um, and just so the viewers know, I'm going to put Brian's information down below. I'll link to his website, to his YouTube channel. He's got some cool drone pics and great information on. He had a great nugget with Allstate Insurance the other week. Um, any additional information? Some questions I haven't asked that you'd like to share to roofers? How you can help them out, benefit them. Do you work with small, medium, and large roofers, or is there a certain, you know?
There, unfortunately, in my services, not all contractors will qualify. I'm not taking in every contractor.
Uh-huh.
They do have to meet a certain qualification with the size of the job, the particular variables of the claim, and scheduling. Um, so we'll have to go through a process. I've been more than happy to review any company's claims, small,
Okay.
medium, or large companies, but just let them know that they will have to go through a qualification.
So you tell that to them ahead of time, so they're going to
Yep,
know whether it's worth bringing you on or not. And
that is correct.
that's free. Call you
That is
up
completely free.
and give you the information, and you'll help them out any way you can. So yeah, I urge my viewers, call Brian. He'll help you out any way possible. Is there anything else I might have left out that you want to communicate?
Want to let everybody know that if they want to go to my YouTube channel, and
Okay.
I've got a lot of good content up there that they can learn from, free content, anything from inspections, sales to Xactimate training. I've got some more content coming. Also, that my company will bring value to their company in 2019, and that we're very excited to help as many contractors as we can this year. And want to let you know that your net profits at the end of 2019, if you are willing to take that chance, will increase substantially.
Great, great. So once again, I urge my viewers, anybody who see this video, give Brian a call if you're a roofer. He'll help you out in any way possible. I will link to his
Yep.
YouTube channel and to his website. And I want to thank you so much, Brian. And I'll have you on again, when you do a good job or more
That's great.
information in your videos. And thanks again so much for your time.
You're welcome.
All
Thank
right,
you.
we'll be talking. You take care.